Cool.
All right, everybody. So we are joined today by Ty Perkins, the one and only Ty, the insurance guy. And he is a P&C agent based in our own California. And
Yep.
he's a killer. I mean, look at the dude, man. You could already tell he's a killer. He's a killer.
Oh man.
And I appreciate you. His agency is called switchinsurancenow.com.
Correct.
And we first met when we had the agent meetup, and you're the only PNC guy, I think, one of the only PNC guys there.
We rolled
And
in.
yeah, slid in there. So again,
Yeah.
I just want everybody to get to know Ty here. Welcome to the pod.
Hey,
Thanks for
thanks for
popping
having me.
on. Yeah,
Thanks
of
for having me,
course.
bro. Big time.
So, I wanted to get you on here because there is a pertinent subject in California with insurance agents. And now, me being on the other side of, again, we're kindred spirits in
Yeah,
this
yeah.
industry, but I'm selling something totally different than you are.
Thanks.
So I wanted to get your perspective on what the heck is going on with PNC in California.
Dude, it
What is
literally
happening?
it literally feels like the world is coming to an end. Like, you heard the big news with State Farm and Big Red, and what's going on with them, and
What
then
happened with them? Just for the people that don't know.
so for everyone who doesn't know, and this is just the news that I'm aware of. So what's happening in California is the insurance commissioners basically not allowing these insurance carriers or companies to raise their rates. So a lot of them are still working on like 2018, 2019 rates, and on certain of their product, on some of their products. So if they can't raise the rate, so basically what's happening is for every dollar they bring in, they're like losing $4 or $5 on claims, right? So they're like stagnant. So, they're in all 50 states and, what have you. But what's happening is they're just like, listen, they can't, inflation's going up, repair costs are going up, the wildfire situation with the homes and things like that. So yeah, basically the insurance commissioner saying, listen, we're in a pandemic or whatever the case may be, you guys can't raise your rates, and it's killing them. So instead of dying, on that hill, they're just like, listen, we're pulling out of California. So you've got like Travelers who's pulled out, you've got Nationwide who's backed up, State Farm pulling out, Farmers, and on the auto side, it's just now on the auto side, it's something we've never seen. I barely know any agents right now that can. I mean, I barely know any that could literally get you off the car lot if you were buying a car right now, same day insurance. It's like on. So most of us, the carriers are making you wait 7 days. Progressive has just implemented the 10-day hold. I believe Farmers is now 25 days before you can get car insurance. And State Farm may be 16. State Farm is keeping their auto product, but the home product, even their commercial, they're out. It's like something we've never seen before. Like and every day. And typically when State Farm makes a move like that, because I think it's like State Farm has like one out of every five homes in California,
Okay.
So it's like, bro. So yeah, when they start moving, everyone tends to shift the way Big Red is shifting.
Right.
So it's like, yeah, we've never seen anything like it.
And that's insane to me because, I always think insurance is an evergreen industry, right? No
Yeah.
matter what line you're in.
Yeah.
But, what gets in the way of that? Government stuff. And, what the
Yeah.
powers that be. I would even say the higher power in this case was maybe even the rain we had this year, right? Was that a factor in the weather? Were people
Well,
falling off
weather's
cliffs and stuff like that? Or what's the rain?
Florida's getting man, Florida's getting hammered. There's going to be a couple states that are doing. They're in bad, dire straight, like California, Texas. They're not doing great in the home market.
Yeah.
Florida, they're getting hammered. They got cars floating down the street. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, we hear about all these giant catastrophes, but yeah, I think at this point, everyone's kind of getting affected, but I'm not. I haven't heard anything like what we're going through in California.
Yeah. Same
I
here.
haven't heard anything like that. So yeah,
Same
yeah,
here. And that's why I wanted to get you on.
yeah.
This is
So
sort of like a emergency press conference kind of thing we
it
did
is.
last
It
minute.
literally is. I just came in from Nevada because we're also licensed in Nevada and Arizona too. And I mean, we still want to kind of keep our hands, fingers on the pulse of what's going on in, neighboring states too. But yeah, nothing like California, man. And even with the home situation out here, every day home carriers are just starting to cut the lights out. And it's like, oh man, But yeah,
So
farmers, they did a huge they made a huge move on their agents too. Like they took away no condo. They can't write condo policies anymore, and no more landlord policies. Like it's
interesting.
amazing. Even on the commercial side, commercial auto, it's getting hard. Little stupid stuff is getting hard to insure in California. I think I just tried to we tried to insure a bouncy house. Like they're like, no, we don't like bouncy houses. It's like, what? Like, it's insane.
Is Bounty House part of the? Because here's my knowledge about PNC. Because at one point I worked for Allstate for like a year,
Yeah,
and this is a
yeah.
while back ago. So the Bounty House is an extension of the house, right? On
No, no, I mean literally, you know how the people come and blow up the houses, they bring inflatable houses to your house. And they rent the bouncy houses. This is that. And yeah, it's almost impossible to find insurance. And I guess what I'm saying is it's getting difficult to find insurance for the things that you would think would be so easy, you know.
right.
Yeah, and yeah, it's pretty huge. So again, when you see State Farm like pull out of the small, commercial market, it's like, what is good? And Nationwide is doing similar too. So yeah, it's just brutal. You got to kind of weather the storm, and yeah, I don't know. Yeah, the future's very hard to see.
Interesting. Very, very
Yeah.
interesting. Well, I know you said you had an office in Arizona and you also have one in Nevada too. So, obviously you had that before all this happened, but is that the move, the pivot to another state?
Well, for us, so we don't just do P&C. We do life. We have that market. But yeah, in essence, yeah, you've got to pivot. It's either you pivot or attrition. I
And
mean,
yeah,
because if you're sitting on an agency and you can't sell anything in it, you know, eventually your clients are gonna, look for something else if they can. As of right now, I don't think it's wise to move because rates are gonna increase. But right now, I don't think it's wise to move and hop around because it's gonna get ugly. And really no one's taking anyone right now anyway. I mean, hardly.
yeah,
Maybe getting liability insurance is easier. But getting comprehensive and collision on a product has become so difficult. It's
that's
it's just
crazy.
like, yeah, all my farmers guys are calling me, my Allstate guy, everyone's like, Ty, what do you got and what's going on? And I'm like, oh, well, what happened was, but
Yeah,
but yeah, it's difficult because it's like handcuffing all the agents. I
right.
mean, I can't imagine just sitting on my agency and not being able to sell anything, you
That's
know.
crazy. Yeah.
That's insane. I mean, all your products are locked up. It would be like on your side, all your products being locked up, and you're just like, what am I? So it's not totally shut down. You got clients calling. It's not totally shut down. But yeah, we're creeping up. We're creeping up pretty fast on something. I mean, we're already in a place we've never seen before in California. You know,
Yeah.
never. So yeah, I'm interested to see. I'm keeping an eye on the pace of what's going on, and how the market's going to go, but we'll pivot and of course we'll keep things going because it just is what it is. It's a part of the game. So
Yeah. So what advice would you give for and just agents that just started their agency, like just started, right? And
yeah.
came in, or they're sort of, 6 months, a year in. What advice, if any, would you have for those agents that are just like, dude, this is like me buying a whole bunch of stock, 1928 or something,
Yeah.
whatever, right? Like just the craziest time,
Yeah.
like just the worst timing.
I mean, my advice, honestly, and this is just my suggestion, really no one's giving out a lot of appointments right now, especially on the personal lines market. It's all but non-existent, right? My advice probably would be to go partner up with an agent who's already got appointments. Get your numbers up. Find out what you like. Find out what it is that you like, and really press that issue. Obviously, auto is going to be a hard market right now. So I mean, in this day and age, what I truly believe, and this is just my thought, I believe that everyone's going to tend to go towards a mega district kind of format, because what do, when you're a new agent and you're coming in and, you go to Farmers? Well, Farmers is closed technically. You go to State Farm? Well, State Farm's kind of closed, so you'd probably be better off just, studying under an IA, working for them for a few years, learn the game because, you're gonna have to learn a lot to pick it up. So you don't want to go out there on your own. Some people may be able to do it on their own, no experience. It's rare. But yeah, my suggestion would be to find an independent agency and work under them for a while until things loosen up, you know, and then maybe you can, kind of venture out on your own when they reopen the whole idea of giving appointments again, because they're not really giving appointments. Like, shop is closed. So for new agents, I mean, it's not only that, but you may not have much of a choice, and that depends on what area you're going into. If you just want to go commercial and just focus with some excess stuff and play around in that area, cool. But if you really want to know the ins and outs, it's probably going to be best to be with an agent that's been in the game about 6 to 10, at least 10 years.
Yeah.
Take get a lot of takeaways, and hope that the market eventually opens back up. Because yeah, I mean, it's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult for bigger agents too. Excuse me. Some of those agents that we consider too big to fail. I mean, what do you do when you're sitting with employees and agents, and you're trying to bring in money and you have no products to sell? What happens? So that's, I mean, do you just, hey, I'm out of here, and start from scratch when you have a book of 5,000 policies? It's difficult. It's difficult. So yeah, you kind of get this sense that there will be a good handful of agents kind of leaving the industry.
Got it. Will they be so? Do you think that there's going to be a wholesale of book of businesses coming in the short future?
Oh, they're selling them already. Yeah, there's a
Right, right,
huge
right.
exodus. Yeah, there's a huge exodus of farmers agents, of a lot of captive agents. Some who saw the writing on the wall a little early, some who didn't, and it just hit them like bam, and it's like, oh my God, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
So yeah, you're going to see a lot of changes in the insurance industry. I remember not long ago, Nationwide, they were captive, and then they turned around and made all their agents independent. Which was brilliant because it still gives them the outlet, and it's more of a brokerage system anyway. The captive side, they know what they know. If you're a farmer's agent, your system, this. When it's time
Yeah.
for you to break out, you're going to have to learn new things, and that learning curve can be a bit scary. It's not impossible. It can
Right.
be done. It just depends on you had a book of 5,000. How quick can you get those 5,000 rewritten? You
Right.
know, it's going to take a while, but the challenge is there. So,
That's
yeah,
a good attitude. No, that's a
yeah,
good attitude to have. I mean, again, if you guys are in this industry, I mean, a challenge is a challenge and it's accepted.
man,
We gotta do what we gotta do.
we gotta go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we gotta go. Exactly. Go out
yeah,
of California. I'm just kidding.
yeah.
No, we
I mean, hey,
gotta.
I'll still be in Cali. I don't know if I want to
Yep.
make this type of, I'll
Right.
still
Right.
be
Right.
out here though.
Right. 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 I hear that. So that is super interesting. But I love that there's at least a light at the end of the tunnel, or there's ways. I mean, of course, anybody that's worth their salt in this industry is gonna pivot. They're
Oh
gonna
yeah,
find their way.
oh
It's
yeah.
just I just wanted to let us agents collectively, me being a health agent, you being a P&C agent, life only agents, annuity agents, like what the heck is happening in our state and how it could even affect us referrally, whatever
Oh,
it is, because one domino falls, everybody's affected one way or another.
it's a
You
wave.
know,
It's a huge wave.
it all started even maybe the real estate market, right? That probably had a lot to do with it, right? So there's
Woo!
so many factors to this.
Facts.
But then again, I just wanted to just shed light on this epidemic that's happening.
It is. It feels like an epidemic, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like a
insurance
financial
gods are
epidemic.
upset, man.
They're flooding California and they're just not happy
Yeah,
with us right now. So,
yeah. It's
man,
brutal. It's brutal, but
well,
we'll.
yeah,
Yeah.
again, I mean, at the very least, you have a not an exit strategy, but you've done your due diligence so that you can mitigate this risk. So,
Oh yeah.
hey, I'm so happy you hopped on, and this is
Thank you for
last
having
minute
me.
too. So,
Yeah.
hey, anything that you want to promote? Any social media handles, websites, cool things you got going on?
Yeah, check me out. My handle's Ty, Ty, the insurance guy. And you can check us out on our website at www.switchinsurancenow.com. We pretty much right now, we specialize in home, motorcycle. Those are going to be our two main leading things. Of course, you can always call us for auto insurance because it seems like everybody else does because they can't. So I get it, but yeah,
What a
feel free to check
flex!
us out.
What a
Yeah,
flex!
man. Yeah, bring it in, bring it in. We're gonna make it work. But yeah, no, thank you for having me, Andrew, all
No,
the
of
time, bro. I
course.
super
Hey,
appreciate
man. You know, you're tidy insurance guy, but you're probably one of the coolest guys in our group. So
it.
I appreciate you being a part of it
Oh
and
man, thank you
appreciate you
so
hopping
much.
on.
Thank you so much, brother.
Alrighty.
All right, we'll do it again.
Yes, sir.
All
Take
right,
care, guys.
peace.